Warm welcome, dear one, to today's topic, psychic attacks and targeted individuals. And I know this is a heavy topic, but I try to make it as light as possible and to also bring some other perspective towards you. Shout out to Tracy. I had a conversation with her and she inspired me to prioritize this topic, and having another conversation with another friend I realized, okay, I actually have to do it today, and because it's really important that we come back into our own power. So, and Tracy mentioned that it is really frightening for people, that topic, and I know that people suffer a lot. I know one of my followers, she is always listening to rose touch sessions of mine because she's under such big attacks daily, and it helps her to come back into her center. And there are a lot of people out there who are targeted, and the most important thing is always come back to your own center and don't hand over your power. That is really important. I can assure you, you wouldn't be targeted if not for some reason they would be afraid of you. And I know this is strange to us maybe, because we might think we are just normal beings, but that's the other point. We are just normal beings, and still they must be afraid of us to target us, and there must be something about us, and they cannot be as mighty as they pretend to be. Otherwise, I, for example, wouldn't sit here and speak to you. It's as simple as that. I have been targeted very often, and I wouldn't say that there has never been any impact, but so far I'm still alive, I'm still thriving and joyful and more dedicated than ever. So I've been speaking, for example, about the Order of the Ruse, and of course they tried to distant assassinate me. They have not been successful, and they tried a lot to give me a hard time, and all they did was actually expose themselves, show me their weak points, show me their faces. And because every time they are targeting us, they are exposing themselves. They have to come out of the woodwork, and more we learn about them, and also we learn that they are not as mighty as they think, and they are actually strengthening us. And I know I said back then that actually I have no enemies. They believe me to be their enemy. I have no enemies. They are my sparring partner. They are really making sure that I becoming more aware of the strength I carry, and that I can really tell you I have been targeted big time, and I had moments where they tried to overtake my body fully. They couldn't, where they tried to kill me, and they couldn't, because what it needed was to insist this is my decision. If I leave this planet or not is my decision. And all they can do is convince you, scare you, so you would lose your balance and lose your own center, and you would then hand over your power to them. And that is needed. They need us to agree, and they have a lot of tricks to do that. But if we agree out of fear, then we actually that is all they can do to kind of pressure us, blackmail us, and therefore never allowed to be blackmailed under no circumstances. Never give in to blackmail, and never give in to pressure. That is really, really important. So you have the power, not they. They don't have the power, and they always have to fight for power, and they are fighting very hard at the moment. And I don't think that's a sign that they are winning. Yeah. So there are normal people like you and I who are standing in their way. So for today, I actually have some notes that I prepared, because it is really a huge topic, and I don't want to forget anything that might be helpful and important for you in your journey. When it comes to the topic of psychic attacks, it is really important to energetically not tune into their kind of energy level, because that's what they want. They want you to be entangled and energetically with them. Don't do that. Make sure you stay in your own frequency, because you might listen to one of the recordings that was about channeling networks. It's all a matter of frequency. They need you to open up a channel, or they need to have a channel and a connection towards you to target you. And so try to always stay in your own energetic frequency. That is the best protection you can ever have. Make sure you are centered within yourself, you have a good connection with your body, and stay in balance. This is your best protection you can have. You are, in this way, you're very resilient towards those attacks. Okay. It is natural, if someone is attacked, that you might want to fight back or wrestle with them. Don't do that, because in this way you would again enter their frequency. Never communicate through their channels on their level. Don't do that. There was an author, George Bernard Shaw. He said, never wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. Yeah. And so don't go for revenge. Don't go in all of those low energy vibe stuff. You would actually waste your time, money, and energy on it. Make sure you stay on your own path. Make sure you are focusing on your own goals, because this is what they want. Very often they just want to hold us back and to distract us. A lot of those attempts are not just to create pain or fear. It's very often just enough for them to distract us. Not all of their targeting is actually recognized, because a lot of it is just a hijacking of our awareness. That's happening a lot at the moment, when everybody is focused on some topics, and everybody is distracted with some stuff. That makes sure we are not centered within ourselves, and we are not going for those things that are really important for us and that we want to manifest and create in this world. So don't enter their game, play your game. Yeah. So that is something I find to be important. The best revenge is really if you are happy on your path, and yeah, that is important. Yeah, when it comes to the topic of implants, yeah, remove all implants and energetic hooks that are in your field, and that is not something I am specialized in. There are others who are more specialized in that area, but from my point of view, it is your own intention. You're your own healer anyways, and we all have to learn to be that, because working myself, assisting people on an energetic level, I can assure you that I cannot heal someone else. I just assist them. Actually, everybody is healing themselves, and that is true for every healer out there. So there is no healer out there who is really healing people. They are all just assisting people to heal themselves, because in the end you always have to cooperate. You are cooperating if you hand over your power to someone else and allow them to harm you, or if you hand over your power to someone else and allow them to heal you. And one of my big goals is to bring people to the awareness that they can do it for themselves, to assist them to learn that for themselves, to really come back to their own power. And you just have to set an intention and really focus on that, and do this as a daily routine. You are brushing your teeth and you are taking a shower. You can also have the intention to clean your energy field, every morning and evening, and it's just a matter of hygiene. And every time when you are actually targeted, and you have an impact in your body, in your system, this is bringing awareness to you, where is a weak point in your system, and your own body speaks to you. And for example, there has been someone, whenever I was in contact with this person, I had pain and physical issues. My body was speaking to me. Although this person seemed to be nice and kind and friendly, my body was telling me, okay, this guy is trying to energetically abuse you and hook into your energy field. My body was speaking to me. And listen to your body and listen to your own gut feeling. Don't allow that, for example, your mind is talking you out of it. If you have something coming up instantly, for example, when I opened the door last week, when I had this man in black standing in front of my door, instantly I knew something was wrong with that guy in front of my door, and I thought, wow, he doesn't seem to be human. And it took me a while later until I realized, wow, that's been a man in black. He's not been human, and actually it's been hilarious experience with him. It was really kind of, it reminded me of Mr. Smith in the film Matrix, because this guy was really pissed off because they have a program running, and I'm a natural being, and their profiling and their programs and their scripts don't work on me. I just react out of the moment, and so the programs aren't working on me. And yeah, he was really pissed, and I was laughing at him, called him a nutter, and shut the door. Nothing bad happened. As always. They are only powerful if we believe they are powerful. Yeah, that's really important. So remove all of those implants and hooks out of you regularly. I know sometimes we have that stuff removed and we think we forget about it, but it's really, we have to have a kind of routine, like having a shower. And I have to say, I forget that also, but I had to learn that again and again, that if I forget about some routine and we need some discipline in some areas of our life, because we don't think about it, we think, okay, we're fine again, and then we forget to take care of us. But we really have to make this, yeah, important to we clean our home, we clean our body, and we should also clean out our energy field. And you can learn that if you need some assistance from someone, okay, but over time learn that yourself, and it is really your intention. It's not about saying the right word and walking in circles and chanting some ohms or whatever it might be. It's not about the repetition of words, it's your intention. You are the creator of your your own experience in life, and you choose your attitude and you choose what is in your field. It's just very often we are not aware that something is in our field. Yeah. So that might be where you might need some assistance from someone. Or ask yourself again before you go to sleep, ask yourself, you want to know what to take care of. Yeah. Ask your own eternal being to give you assistance where you might have something hooked up into you. Yeah. And it's always about your balance. All of those attacks and all of those implants are to bring you out of balance. Yeah, that is their main goal. And so your goal has to be to come to yourself. So, yeah, what is also very important when it comes to this topic of psychic attacks, I can assure you, they can only attack you where you have a wound. And therefore, instead of learning about all of the different technologies and all of that, me personally, I'm not that interested in that. I'm more interested for myself to see, okay, what inside of me actually enables them to attack me. And therefore, actually with every attack, that is what I mentioned before, they are strengthening me, because they make me aware where I have a weak point. If you listen to other videos of mine or have read my last book, you will know that I work a lot with trauma and with this splitting in our own consciousness and being. That is, for example, also done with mind control, and many of us went actually through mind control and have a program running in our own being, and we have to become aware actually where those programs are. And every time we are targeted and something is happening in our life, is actually an opportunity to become aware where our own weaknesses are, where we are not healed, where our wounds are. So, as I said, actually they assist us on our own healing journey, although that might not be their goal, but yeah, you just changing perspective is actually changing the game. Again, don't play their game, play your game. Make your own healing, your own journey, make that your focus. And yeah, then there's not much they can do about it. take care of your own wounding instead of blaming this person did target me, this person did target me. I ask myself, okay, and why did it have an impact on me? Because making ourselves resilient is the best strategy, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. The most dangerous enemy is actually working inside of ourselves. This is if we have those wounds, we can clean our energy field as much as we want. If we have an own aspect of our own being that might actually be frightened or angry or whatever it might be, or we have been under mind control, we have been an altar of our own being that has been created, you might clean up your field every day and you might work on yourself, but there might be something inside of you that you are not aware of, and then there is a part of your own being that is actually cooperating with the enemy, because this is why they did all of those mind control stuff. Of course, to use you, but also to have access to your energy field. And yeah, you have to become aware of that and bring home all of your own aspects. Don't allow that anything's coming between you and you. There shall nothing be between you and you. You and you, that is the love story for eternity. And they try to create all of those splits and all of those separations within yourself, and that also shows then on the outside. If there's no split and no wound on the inside, there is nothing that can target you from the outside. So yeah, make sure to really bring home and befriend all of you, also your own dark aspects. And that is something I do a lot with clients. I know people can do it on their own. If you feel you can't do it, check out my homepage. I'm offering services in those regards. But actually I also put out all of those information, so you will be able, you will be supported on your journey also if you can't afford personal sessions. Yeah. Okay. The mind controlling part. And the weak points we have to heal. And yeah, the only reason why I am alive is because I refuse to hand over my power. That's it. And if you watch this video, you're still alive, and all they could do was really make you suffer, but you're still more powerful than they are, and you can learn to heal yourself and to take your power back. Okay, let's see if there's another point I should address. Oh yeah, there's something I would like to address. Why they did target us. There are two different points to that. One is you must energetically be out of the normal range, so they can detect you with technology. Yeah, there's something that is to that. But you can also go under the radar, because with your own intention you can somehow create a shielding for yourself, so you will be just kind of invisible to them, because you're a created being, you're really powerful. That is why they are actually after us. Yeah. And yeah, the other thing is they are using some technology that actually knows the future. And while you and I might think we are just very average person, very normal person, they know who's going to have an impact in the future. And you know, this is sometimes like a domino effect. You might just do a little thing, or I might just do a little thing. It might be just a video I'm recording, or an article that I'm writing that someone else is actually seeing, who's then going to have an impact. So it's sometimes not about us directly, but it is maybe the child you're raising or something like that. You don't know what you don't know, and but they know. You wouldn't be targeted if you wouldn't be important. So yeah, they are scared of you. Bear that in mind. You are important, so please make sure that you are fine and you are not distracted, and you would just do whatever you would naturally out of yourself would actually do, because this is what they try to prevent. Yeah. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. Yeah, that they have this technology and they know what we don't know. We don't know what our impact is, but it's sure we have one, because otherwise we wouldn't be targeted. Yeah, that's also, as I have spoken about those groups and those teachers that have been kind of hijacked, that's the reason why people have been in mind control projects, why they tried to make those people work for them, to invert them, who would then otherwise, be those people who did work or would work against them. They try to invert that. And when we become aware of this, because they're not the only ones who can travel through time, our eternal being also knows what is going on, and we can change our ways too. And they might try to mind control someone, and they have targeted me very, very early in life, as you heard in other episodes, and I went through a lot myself, and I know other people who went through really terrible stuff of mind control and targeting early in life, and they try to flip us around. But when we realize what's going on and we bring home those parts of us that they try to program, when we reintegrate them within ourselves, and bring home our own aspects, and we are one within ourselves, there's nothing they can do about it, and there's nothing how they can stop us. Yeah, and that's the good news. I know it's a really difficult topic, but it's also, as I said, it's also encouraging that actually they can't stop us, and we are finding out more and more about it. And yeah, as I said, over the last few weeks and months, I had so many pieces and parts of the puzzle coming together, and other people who went through such experiences, they also realized what's going on, and everybody is coming back into their own being and coming back to their own authentic self, and coming out of the programming, and that is a really good sign. Yeah. So I hope I have offered some different point of view and some inspiring stuff, so you can figure out for yourself what might actually assist you on your path, and what might help you to heal yourself. So yeah, if you have any questions and requests or anything like that, just comment below, and yeah, I will try my best to assist you on your journey. So have a great time and take care. Your Natalie.